Hey everybody, it's Jason at Dogwood Landscaping, Pools and Patios again, and this is the Paris backyard. These are some of our clients that are just awesome, like all the rest of our clients. Great little family, so there's 4 of them, and their main focus at first was we want a nice spot to hang out with our friends and family. And so it started with an idea of a fire pit, and then it just grew from the fire pit to, hey, can we get some lights on the house? Can you do an outdoor kitchen? And then it was, we spent a lot of time on our deck too, but we aren't too sure if it was built right. Can you guys change that up too? And of course we were like, well, that's everything that we do and that's what we specialize in, so absolutely, let's go, let's make it happen. So the deck was similar to what it is now, but it wasn't built right. The support was not secured properly to the house, and then the roof was not secured properly to the house. So that's what was causing kind of the premature failure in the original build of this thing. The other part too is the steps for the deck literally came right down in the middle of everything, and it completely blocked the view of the backyard. Whenever a builder puts a deck on your home, they're not too concerned with your view of your backyard. They're just putting some steps on your deck to give you some steps. We, however, come in and go, well, let's see how we can make this where we've got a better flow and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's what we did. We relocated the steps, rebuilt the deck. The frame of the old deck we could use, so we actually supported the old deck, reinforced it, respaced our joists because we went from a treated wood product to a composite wood product, and then had to reinforce it, of course, because we put a new roof on it. So on the deck itself too, we're always concerned with the view. We don't want you to feel like people sitting up here on the deck can't interact with people down here. One of the things we do on all of our deck builds is use these black aluminum pickets. They're non-intrusive, so it lets it feel like it's wide open, but they're still safe. They still do what pickets are supposed to do. And so that's what we're always chasing, is just not making you feel like you're just boxed into one area. I'm a huge fan, as you can see in some of our other videos, of the exposed beams and then the tongue and groove ceiling. It's just a way to make it kind of dress up your outdoor deck. Very minimalistic, so we don't have, you know, like a bunch of can lights up in there that if something happens there. But the biggest thing for me is you have a tough enough time keeping critters out of your home, so we're just not a huge fan of enclosing the roof lines and the ceiling lines, because critters could get in there and nest and do all kinds of stuff, and that's not a fun thing to have to deal with. So very easy to take care of. That's the biggest thing too. Folks will say, like, you know, buying the boat's the easy part, taking care of it is the hard part, and they're absolutely right. So we want to make it where buying it is easy and maintaining it is just as easy, and you can see we accomplish that. Yeah, so this stone wall and actually this playset area was one of the starting projects because the yard kind of all just sloped, and they knew they didn't want to have that block wall product. They wanted this to all look really natural. So this is another instance where we got to use our big landscape boulders and create a retaining wall. And as you can see, I mean, this wall's been here for 6 years now, 6+ years. 1, it functions, but 2, it looks great. This is one of my favorites. As you'll see on our website, we have all our different types of walls. This is a boulder wall. And then we have our natural stone walls that we have fire pit in the kitchen area made out of. So different types of retaining walls, different functions, and different looks. And this is how we either blend them or make everything look the same. And these boulders are huge. I mean, these things weigh hundreds of pounds a piece. So we built the fire pit area 1 year and then got asked to come back. And so from there, what we did is they actually had a block retaining wall, kind of like the blocks that you would see on a commercial build, doing all the retaining of the soil and whatnot. So what we did is we took that retaining wall and we actually reinforced it and used that same concrete block as our core structure for all the natural stonework. So saving the client some money from not having to just tear it all out and do any demo charges or any disposal charges, and then added all the natural stonework to match the existing natural stone fire pit and patio that we did over there. So all the walls and the curves that you see were previously concrete block walls that we made a little bit better and then made a whole lot prettier by putting the stone veneer on top of everything. The other cool part was we got to incorporate their outdoor kitchen into it. So now he's got a nice 4-burner outdoor grill with some storage underneath it, just all incorporated into the retaining wall. So we're not taking up any of his patio space with his grill and just creating another outdoor entertainment area. You know, of course, you can kind of see where we just like to maintain the flow, where it feels like you've got hangout spot over here, a kitchen here, fire pit over here, but everything interacts with each other. So if Chase is over here doing his grilling and stuff, he's still interacting with people at the fire pit, but he's also not cut off from everybody hanging out over here. They hung up a flat screen TV below the deck and up above the deck, so Georgia football Saturdays, this is really where you want to be. You can see here where we put our lighting fixtures below the cap of the walls. I don't want to see the light fixtures so much, I just want to see the light that it gives off, and that's what we did. And then over here around the fire pit, before we did all the other lights, I was like, hey, you know, we've got these really cool light fixtures that we have that are actual tiki torches, but you actually put LED bulbs in them. They're starting to get their patina, which is really cool. So pretty neat stuff. So you can get out here and have fun, just like you saw in our other video at the Mercers, which if you want to, you can check out in the link that we put down here.